Coco and One Love. I'm here at the park and I've been seeing a lot of people walking, I've been seeing a lot of people running, I've been seeing a lot of people standing. And yes, when you're walking or you're running or you're standing, you need to be conscious of what your feet are doing. I see a lot of people with the toes flaring out like this in that externally rotated position. Now, a lot of that is probably usually due to some kind of compensation, maybe some kind of asymmetry in the body. But word to the wise, something that you really need to focus on is you really need to focus on standing, walking, running with your feet straight. Your feet pointed straight, your toes pointed straight. You need to make a conscious effort to always do that. And there's reasons behind that. You go get a car, wheel alignment. Why? Because cars don't function when the wheels are turned opposite directions. They don't go that way. They function when the wheels are aligned straight and moving straight. So even when you're jumping, other things that have to do with that is as far as foot mechanics are concerned, when we talk about squatting or jumping and we're talking about actually screwing our feet in, yeah, we're talking about hip stability and hip power, but what really happens at the ankle is that when you screw your feet in, you're working to keep your arch up. You guys really need to work on keeping your arches up, working on cultivating an arch. I myself was born with a flat foot, but through years and years of practice have slowly cultivated an arch. Just built up the strength in the arch muscles. So when you screw your feet in, you're actually activating that arch, and then therefore the upstream effect is more hip stability. When you don't activate the arch, when your feet are turned out, what ends up happening is your arch actually drops. So there's a term for that, but we'll just talk about the arch dropping. And what ends up happening is then there's just a collapse in the system. You have more chances of having your knee collapse and cave in. You see a lot of people doing that when they're jumping, playing basketball. You see a lot of that when people are running. You see a lot of that when people are standing. So whether you're standing, whether you're walking, whether you're running, whether you're jumping, you need to really cultivate a good position. Cultivate meaning you have to practice, you need to be consciously aware of keeping your feet nice and straight. Now, another point to make is that when you're actually screwing your feet in, there's about 3 points of contact that you want to have. It's the ball of the foot right here underneath your pinky toe, and then the heel of your foot. These 3 points are kind of the points that are going to be grabbing the ground, along with your toes. Your toes are meant to be grabbing, just like your hands. Your palm doesn't work by itself. You use your fingers to actually grab. So when you're actually standing, when you're actually walking, when you're actually running, you're grabbing the ground. You're allowing for more sensory input. More of that sensory input is coming up through your body, upstream to your brain and back down. And then also with that arch, making sure you're gripping the ground and creating that nice arch. It's creating much more stability upstream through your ankle to your knee and then to your hip. Okay, so that's a word of advice from Coco One Love. Foot position, foot mechanics, pay attention and cultivate good foot position. Always pointing those toes straight, whether you're walking, standing, sitting, squatting, and we'll talk about more about foot position with squatting later. Peace out. Coco One Love. Subscribe. Conquering Lion. Blazing fire.